I've owned a few Walkera models, including the CB180D and Z, the V200D01 and D02, the Genius CP, and now the V120D02S. I've had this helicopter for a while, and when initially offered, it only came with the red and black canopy. It is evident that Walkera designed the V120D02S to be as durable and crash resistant as possible. The helicopter looks and feels solid. The Walkera V120D02S is available as a ready-to-fly kit with a Devo transmitter or a Walkera 2801 Pro transmitter. If you already have one of these transmitters and want to purchase a V120D02S, make sure you order the helicopter with the correct receiver. As I mentioned before, the V120D02S was designed to be ultra durable. The main rotor blades are plastic and not the usual fragile foam core blades. The main rotor blade holders, rotor head, swash, main frame, and landing skids are all plastic. Not only are they strong, but they keep total weight of the helicopter down. There are 3 digital servos connected to the swash for cyclic and collective control, and a 12,000 kV brushless motor and 20 amp speed controller gives the Walkera sufficient power to perform 3D stunts. The main gear was also redesigned with larger teeth to prevent stripping of gears when the helicopter crashes. There's also a very sophisticated 3-axis gyro system incorporated into the receiver. What I like about the Walkera V120D02S is that the LiPo battery can be changed without removing the canopy, unlike some of the larger Walkeras where you actually have to remove the canopy in order to access the LiPo battery. The battery slides into position from the back into the battery tray. The square graphite tail boom is supported with 2 graphite tail boom struts for extra strength. The tail rotor is driven via a torque tube and runs inside the tail boom on 2 ball bearings. The torque tube and tail rotor gears have also been redesigned with larger teeth to make them more crash resistant. Although I can tell you that during a crash, what's probably going to fail will be these tail rotor cone gears. There is a slipper clutch modification available. There are actually quite a few available. If you take a look on a couple of the RC forums, I've actually installed one of these slipper clutches. This helps with that gear actually not being stripped in case of a crash. I highly recommend purchasing a slipper clutch and having it installed if you're going to purchase one of these helicopters. The horizontal fin on the rear is plastic, while the vertical fin is laser cut out of carbon fiber. Although the tail rotor assembly is plastic, it is strong enough to handle 3D maneuvers. The V120D02S is a great looking helicopter, and the black and red canopy look really good. Overall, it is noticeable that Walkera gave this helicopter a lot of thought when they designed this durable, very capable 3D helicopter. I personally like belt-driven tail rotors over torque tubes, but other than that, this helicopter is great. There is virtually no setup needed if you buy the ready-to-fly version. A complete helicopter setup is done at the factory, so all you need to do is fine-tune the default settings to suit your flying skills. If you buy the helicopter only, the settings for the transmitter are included in the manual for fast and easy setup. Programming the Walkera V120D02S settings on my 2801 Pro transmitter was fast and easy. As far as flying the V120D02S, I was very surprised at my first flight when no trimming was required. This helicopter flies very stable in hovering and forward flight. Of all my Walkera helicopters, the flybarless system here is the best that I've flown to date. Once you're in a stable hover, you can actually leave the sticks for a few seconds and the helicopter will sit in a stable hover. I don't fly 3D yet, so you're watching a video of another pilot flying the helicopter in stunt mode. The V120D02S flies very stable in wind and no wind conditions. That just shows you how efficient the 3-axis gyro stabilization system works on this helicopter. Pirouette speed is a bit slow with the gyro setting in automatic mode, but I'd rather it be slow than out of control. Walkera continues to manufacture flybarless helicopters with 3 and 6-axis gyros now, and if they're anything like the V120D02S, they'll sell a lot of helicopters to happy customers. This helicopter is not exactly for beginners, but if you have previous experience, the Walkera V120D02S is a perfect, inexpensive, and durable helicopter to start 3D flying with. I get about 6 minutes of flight time when I'm really pushing it, and 8 minutes in normal, slow sport flying. I absolutely love this helicopter. I really like the look of the green canopy that's now available on the new 6-axis version. The canopy is easy for the eye to see and recognize at a relative distance. The helicopter canopy looks really cool too. So to make my V120D02S look like the new version, I decided to upgrade the green canopy, added solid black main blades, and solid black tail blades. It doesn't fly any different, it's just easier to see when flying, and I like the way it looks. So as you look over the final result, I'll give you a couple more reasons to buy the Walkera V120D02S. The helicopter is a professional 3D capable helicopter. It's easy to fly if you have previous collective pitch flying experience, and it's a great helicopter to begin learning 3D flying on. The 3-axis flybar gyro system is amazing and keeps the helicopter very stable. It's cheap to maintain, and the parts are easily available on many sites here in the United States. The Walkera V120D02 flies very stable in both windy and non-wind conditions, and it's fun and less stressful than flying a 450 sized helicopter. In conclusion, I highly recommend this helicopter to anyone that is looking for an inexpensive, durable, 120 size professional 3D capable helicopter. This helicopter won't disappoint you. Thank you for watching and happy flying.